Hey guys, it's Sarah back with Glam Finds, and I'm here to do another fragrance review. I actually was going to just announce today on my Instagram that Dapper Fragrances is having a 10% off sale in honor of Labor Day because the owner, Travis, asked me to bring that up. So I decided to review this fragrance while I told you guys about the sale. The sale, by the way, before I even get into the fragrance, because I want to get this out, I don't want to forget this, is he is doing 10% off, which is kind of a big deal because his stuff is already very affordable. But between Saturday and Monday, he will be doing a 10% off of everything sale. And if you spend $100, you get a free mask and a free 5 ml of a mystery fragrance. So basically, he's just giving you something else to try to see if you might want to pick up a bigger bottle of that. So it is a pretty good deal. He doesn't really do sales very often. I mean, as I said, his stuff is really affordable, which is why I actually bring them to this channel, because if I'm gonna sell you guys, or if I'm gonna tell you that I really like an inspired fragrance, I don't feel like I'm gonna want to tell you something that is an expensive inspired fragrance, because at that point it's not really something that I can recommend. A lot of these inspired fragrances per mil come really close to the price of the fragrances that they are inspired by. So that is why this house to me is one that I, in good conscience, can bring to you and suggest to you. Now, before I start, he did tell me about the sale and asked me if I wanted to try anything. And I have been in the group on Facebook for a while, and one that seemed to be getting a ton of love. And based on the notes, I thought I'd be really interested in, because it's not like you can actually buy a perfume of this because they only make the body mist. And if you already guessed it, it is going to be Dapper's version of Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush. The other reason I wanted to bring this to you is because when I was doing that Smell and Rate with Mika, she rated it a 10.5 out of 10. And I was like, well, I think a 10.5 out of 10 probably deserves a full video. So let's talk about this fragrance, and let's talk about why I wanted to get my nose on this fragrance and why I thought this one might be the one that you guys will want to hear about. The scent. So this is a sweet fragrance, but what do I smell in it specifically? It has about 7 notes, and I'll go ahead and put that up right here. But I'm gonna get creaminess from the sandalwood, definitely pistachio, really good pistachio note, vanilla undertones, and a beautiful salted caramel. There are only 3 more notes. I mean, I guess I could just tell you. There's jasmine, I don't really detect a lot of that, heliotrope, and there's almond. I do get the almond, but I definitely get the pistachio stronger, and I really like the pistachio in this. What makes this different? Why do I really like wearing this when I have a pretty large collection of fragrances? You guys know that I like a nice, sweet fragrance, but this one isn't too sweet because I don't really enjoy fragrances that are overly sweet or syrupy sweet. Those just really don't do it for me. This one is just really well balanced, and I think it's the pistachio specifically that I'm really liking in this. But I think the pistachio with the salted caramel and that sandalwood, to my nose, just make the fragrance for me. Performance-wise, obviously, the ones that I'm going to be bringing to you, I'm just going to bring bangers because you guys are all about performance. So why don't I just give you what you want? So let's talk about performance on this fragrance. On me, I got between 9 and 10 hours. And projection, I got almost 4 hours of a 4 to 6 foot scent bubble, which is really good. The sillage on it lasts the entire time up until the very end. And it's really nice. I want to go a little out of order here and go right into the compliment factor. Because of the projection and the longevity, I got several unsolicited compliments. This one is definitely a people pleaser. I think it smells really good, and I mean, you guys know that my opinions can be a little bit harsh and lean either in one direction or the other, but on my skin, this one performed really well and just smelled so good. And this is a me thing, but it could be a you thing too. I go nose blind to a lot of things really quickly. I don't go nose blind to this, and it's definitely a plus for me if I can actually smell the fragrance that I'm wearing for its lifetime. Because a lot of times after about an hour, I stop being able to smell the fragrance, and at that point I'm just like, I hope other people like it on me, but I really don't know if they can smell it because I certainly cannot. Now let's move on to who can wear this. this fragrance is marketed towards women. But I do not think that this is a feminine fragrance. I think that anybody can wear this. And here's how I know that. While I was reading some of the comments in the Dapper Facebook group, it seemed like a lot of men have already picked this up and they've been wearing it and enjoying it. I know skin chemistry has everything to do with it, so obviously the notes that my skin pulls out are gonna be different notes than, you know, someone else's skin pulls out. My skin tends to sweeten fragrances a little. This one, even with the sweetness on my skin, yeah, I don't feel like this is like uber feminine or anything like that. I do want to say one thing about the scent. The first time I sprayed this, I could have sworn it had coconut in it, and I really love coconut. But if you really spend some time smelling it, that's the pistachio, which is kind of cool. So if you like a coconutty vibe, this has it. So in terms of who can wear it, again, I think anyone can wear it. I don't want to give this one an age range. It's a little sweet, but I don't think it's overly sweet, so keep that in mind. If you don't like sweetness at all, this may not be for you, but if you like something that's balanced in terms of its sweetness, I think that it's a good one. Where can you wear this? Well, I'm glad you asked. I think you can wear this anywhere. It is a very playful fragrance, but when I say you can wear this anywhere, I've tried this during the day and in the evening. Because it's sweet and it's got that salted caramel, it transitions really well to the evening. But I've worn it in the high heat of day. I think I wore it, it was about 95 degrees, and it smelled really good and it was not cloying. I think that kind of testifies to the fact that it's just not overly sweet. I think probably it also has something to do with the coconutty thing. I don't know why, but I like coconut and heat. I just think it smells really good. Again, doesn't have the coconut note, but that pistachio, maybe mixed with that vanilla, gives it a little bit of that vibe. I really enjoy it. People have enjoyed it on me. So for me, you can pretty much wear this anywhere. I mean, I wouldn't potentially wear it formally. You could, but it's just a really playful fragrance, really fun. Definitely date night appropriate to me. Season-wise, again, I think this is a 4-season fragrance because transition it from the high heat, which again I did just fine, to the colder months where that salted caramel is going to probably shine a little bit more. Now, we already talked about the compliment factor. This is going to be a compliment monster. I mean, it has been on my skin. Obviously, your mileage may vary, but I don't know. I almost don't really want to bring you guys fragrances that aren't honestly, I don't want to bring you guys fragrances that aren't beast mode compliment monsters because you guys don't seem to care if something just smells good. You guys know exactly who I'm talking to. So yeah, that's why I thought I should bring this. So I'm just gonna review real quick the sale. It's gonna be 10% off of everything. Again, he doesn't do that very often. Free face mask and mystery 5 ml if you spend $100 or more. And I will mention this because you guys are also, not you guys, all of us, including myself, we tend to get a little impatient when it comes to shipping. He ships really quick. So he'll give you a tracking number, and usually when I track it, I will normally get it 1 to 2 days before my tracking number says that I'll get it, which is always really, really cool. And I enjoy that. I like getting my stuff with quick turnaround. I think everyone does. In this day and age, we don't like waiting. I mean, we definitely don't like waiting for our fragrances. So I really enjoyed this fragrance. I think the sale is pretty sweet. Again, it starts on Saturday and goes all the way through the end of Monday. So if you want to pick something up, if you wanted to try out the house, this is probably a really good time to do it. If you don't know exactly what to get, I will link the Dapper Facebook group down below. That's kind of where I go to try to figure out what I want to try next. And again, I just want to mention the price. For most of his exclusive line, you're going to be paying about $1 per ml for the 30 and 60 ml. And to me, that's excellent. I don't feel like paying, you know, $2 to $3 per ml is something that I would like to do, especially for inspired fragrances. That's why I bring the specific brand to you guys. That's how I feel. In terms of concentration as well, his oil concentration is higher. I mean, that's probably why they're all performance beasts. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. If I don't know, I will kind of throw them in the Facebook group, which if you can do that as well. I mean, obviously you guys also have computers, I'm guessing. Let me know down below. If you've tried it and you want to just tell people what you think about this specific fragrance, just drop that down below too, because obviously a lot of times when people read the comments, they're looking for people that have experienced the fragrance and kind of see how different skin chemistry works with these fragrances. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And before I forget, this fragrance is Tamika approved. If you saw her rate it on one of my last videos, she gave it a 10.5 out of 10. That's really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, she scores things really high, but she's never given something over a 10 before, so that's saying something.